Hey everyone, it's Deacon082. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In this episode, we're on Dewford Island, Dewford Town. And we're going to start off this episode by picking up an Olderod. And we get some fishing advice as well. So, we can now take this Olderod and go up here and take to the water. Where's our Olderod? Here it is. Now the Olderod is pretty difficult to use on double speed in terms of fishing, so the Olderod is probably easier than most other rods because you only have to get it once. Here we have a Tentacool, one of two water types that we can pick up now that we have the Olderod. There might be more, but in this area there are only the two, so Tentacool is actually a really good water type. Not for a while because it starts out with pretty bad moves, but as you can see, it's beating us pretty handily. I'm actually going to catch this one. We need just a Pokeball should be fine. I have all these Premier Balls, but I don't use them. I don't know why. They're awesome, but you can't get large quantities very easily, so I don't know what to use them on. And I guess I will name this Tentacool Stinger, because if you've ever been stung by a jellyfish, you'll know what it feels like. I've never been stung by one, but I have seen stuff of Tentacool stings. Now, this is another time where I would catch multiple ones for the right ability, but we have the best one here, Clear Body. Prevents stat reduction, which is really nice in a lot of cases. So, and now we'll use the Olderod again and try to pick up the second Pokemon that you can get by fishing in the area. And your reflexes just have to be really good if you're trying to fish on double speed. It's not that bad with the Olderod because you only have one time. Like, you only have to reel it in once every time. But with, like, the Super Rod, you might have to do it 5 times to get different Pokemon. So, it can be really difficult to try to get the Pokemon you want. So, once again, I'm just gonna try to hunt down the final Pokemon here. Hopefully we can find it. Okay, we're only getting Tentacools right now, which is really weird, but I have a secondary plan here once I go heal this poison. I actually forgot I was poisoned. Sorry about that. Okay, our secondary plan. We now have HM1 Cut, and Tentacool can actually learn Cut. So I'm going to teach it right now because it's a better attacking option than, definitely a better attacking option than Poison Sting in most cases, because Poison Sting, it has the chance of poisoning and it gets stabbed, but it's really weak, so it's really not worth using in most cases. Okay. But over here, now that we have Cut, we can do several things. I'm going to actually fish over here because there is a much better chance of not finding Tentacool in areas like this that aren't ocean. Here we have a Goldeen. Goldeen available with the Olderod in Petalburg and pretty much anywhere else that's not ocean. Just the lake areas, so Goldeen, we can catch this in a Pokeball, and there we go. Pretty good. We got Goldeen, and it's going to evolve into a Seaking eventually, so I'm going to name it Ariel after the Seaking I used in my Leaf Green Randomizer Nuzlocke. Still surprised that we have not found the water type that is most common everywhere with the Olderod. Here it is, Magikarp. Magikarp, as you very well know, one of the worst Pokemon in existence, but when it evolves into Gyarados, it's very powerful. And it's a good Pokemon to have. I'll probably not use it right now just because it's useless, but later on, once I get the Experience Share, I will give it the Experience Share and use that on it to get it up to a Gyarados, just in my spare time. So, here's Magikarp. Not exactly sure what I'm going to name this. I thought about actually not naming it because the Namerator is actually in Slateport, and since I won't be using this until I get the experience share anyway, I can change the nickname. But I guess I'll name it Paul for now. I don't know, Paul's a pretty cool name. Now, we finally have our PC here, and oops, that's not what I meant to do. And now I think I'll change the wallpaper to something more watery. How about beach? Maybe not beach. Seafloor, maybe? Ah, river. Perfect. Perfect for our water types. Might have to change to sea later on, but I won't be using Paul yet. I'll keep Ariel in here for now, and Stinger the Tentacle, and train them up a bit. But what I'm actually gonna do, already I have more than 5 water types, or more than 6 water types, so I have a full team. What I'm actually gonna do is when I have a full team, I'm gonna be rotating in and out based on different situations. So we'll start doing that. For now, I won't be using Tentacle. I won't be using Magikarp, but later on, I will be using Magikarp. Once it's a Gyarados, and I'll replace it with somebody else, but we'll be rotating in and out based on situations, and I'll try to not use the same Pokemon too much, just so I can use a wider variety over the course of the run. So I won't be using my starter the entire time, I won't be using Lotad the entire time, and it'll just kind of be like that through the whole game. Okay, so at this point, I'm just kind of working my way through the woods because we're going to do a few things with Cut, and I'm also registering these people in my Pokénav for later on, and just kind of fighting things to get a few more experience for stamps, because level 11 is kind of low, and we need some more levels because Wing Attack will be really useful in the gym. I'll get that on the way back because I'm going to do the other Cut things, like go north from Rustboro right now, or east from Rustboro, and all those, like, blocked trainers. I also need to heal, so... Why is the Pokemart the first thing when you enter a town? Like, I can't even tell you how many times I go into that Pokemart by accident when I want the Pokemon Center. Like, you enter a town, the first thing you want should be the Pokemon Center. But, oh well, yeah. We're going to train up Stamps and maybe train up Ariel and Stinger a bit. Stinger could be useful for Brawly as well because we get a resistance. And Ariel could be useful because Peck is a super effective move, but we don't have a resistance like Stamps does. And Stamps gets Wing Attack very soon. I think it's level 13. It's something around there. It's not very far away. Could be as high as 15, but we'll definitely have it before the gym if we keep up this pace of training. So, yeah, and we also have 2 Pokemon really close to evolutions, so I could do that in this episode as well. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do that. For this first set of double battles, we'll use Muchacho and Tulse and fight these 2 trainers over here. And this girl has never been beaten by anyone at anything. So it's a rich girl and a rich boy, and they're about to be beaten. Now, Nature Power, I'm not exactly sure what it does here, but it has different effects depending on where you are in the overworld. So Nature Power here is Swift. Swift affects both enemies, and it's 60 power. In this case, 75% of that is 45 power, assuming it's both enemies are on screen when the move hits. So what that means is it damages Lotad, and then it damages Poochyena. If it were to kill Poochyena, it would do more damage to Lotad because Lotad is the only one left. That is how moves that affect both enemies are handled in double battles. And it's always been the case, but it's not something that a lot of people know about because It's just a mechanic that gets overlooked. Like, you can assume it's not doing full damage, but the actual amount is like 75%. But in the case where there's only one enemy on screen, it does the normal amount of damage that it would do if it was just affecting one opponent in a single battle. Okay, so this is going to be our first evolution. Muchacho the Lotad is going to evolve up into a talk show host. No. A Mexican stereotype? Kind of. Actually a Lombre, but still a Muchacho, I suppose. Yeah, we'll show Muchacho off in a battle as well. I mean, can't just evolve it and then not use it. I mean, I could, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of going out of my way to evolve it. It looks really nice with the leaf on its head. Like, I like Lotad. I mean, I like Lombre a lot. Like, probably more than you'd think. Oh, another thing with moves that affect multiple opponents in double battles. The first Pokemon to get hit is the slowest opponent. So, no matter what, the slowest of the two Pokemon will be hit first. So, that means it'll do double damage on the second one it hits, the faster if it kills it. So, yeah, that's just a more pointless information. Oh, let's check out Muchacho's stats here. Swift Swim, already had that. And Lombre's not much better, but the stat boost from Evolution really makes it not suck. I hate to say that, but Lotad really is a bad Pokemon. Lombre is much better to have. Plus, it can actually stand up to an attack. Lotad has no defense on either side, and like bad attacking stats too, so it's just not very good. Here we have another Whismur. They're appearing like probably more commonly than they should here. As we'll try to get Tulsa Evolution in this episode. I think it evolves at 16. They've changed them lately. That some of them evolve at like 17. Some of the starters evolve at 14 even, but almost certain that Mudkip is a 16 evolution. Just getting everyone in our Pokénap. I suppose I'll check Roxanne again because that Pokemart. Ugh, no. I suppose I'll check Roxanne again because we could have had to do something with May first before she'll register us. I guess not. So yeah, I'm not sure how Roxanne gets registered, but it's no big deal. Maybe she can't be registered, but I'm almost certain that I've had her before in other games. Okay, so we can cut here through the woods, through the trees now that Stinger has cut, and take out some more Wurmples for more experience, slowly getting up towards an evolution. Here's a tiny mushroom hidden up here. I think their only purpose in this game is selling. Here's a Miracle Seed. We can boost the power of Absorb on Muchacho. Yeah, probably one more fight after this will get the level up. I also found a Slakoth screen that's really rare in here. And another one, wow. I didn't know where to find Slakoth the first time I played this game because it was so rare and I never really checked the woods. But yeah, I found two already. And now Tulse, the Mudkip, is going to evolve into a Marshtomp. I never really liked Marshtomp that much compared to Mudkip. But we get Mudshot right away. Physical in this game, which means it's pretty powerful. I'll keep Mudslap for now because the accuracy drop is usually more helpful than the speed drop from Mudshot. So it's just more useful in general. You're keeping two different ground type moves. I mean, obviously if you want damage you're going to be using Mudshot, but Mudslap is a utility move that's more powerful in a lot of situations. Or not more powerful, but just more useful. And so many hidden items here. Here's a Pokeball. And now, okay, now that we've done all that, we're going to head back to Dewford and take care of business there. How long have we been going on this episode? I actually don't have any way to check with my recording setup. I should really look into that. We're probably too weak to take on the gym right now. And we're probably too early, like, too late in the episode to go into Granite Cave right now. So, what else is on this island? I don't remember. I might just train for the rest of this episode and just do pointless stuff off screen. Not off screen, but wasn't there something in here? Maybe not. Ah, Silk Scarf. Boosts power of normal type moves. Alright, I guess we can equip some items then. We have Miracle Seed. We can give that to Muchacho. And the Silk Scarf, I guess we can give that to Blue Bunny, I suppose. Man, I got a cough right now. It's not that bad. We can see what's trendy. I like what's hip, happening, and trendy. I'm always checking it out. Listen, have you heard about this new entertaining store? You know, that would be pretty useful because there's no Pokemart on this island at all. Where these guys are from, entertaining store would be really big and happening. So, I'd say it's in right now. We got some fishermen up here. Yeah, I can fight these guys in this episode, I suppose. Fisherman Ned with a tentacle, so we got some awesome tentacle on tentacle action. We could Supersonic. I think I'm just gonna go with Cut because, okay, that did a lot more than I expected. And we can't be poisoned because we're poison type, and that will come in handy in a lot of situations. Fisherman goes down, and there is another one up ahead. Which do you prefer, fishing in the sea or a stream? We didn't get to fish in any streams, but we fished in a lake and got ourselves a nice Goldeen. And we fished in the ocean and got ourselves a Tentacool. Not sure which one I really like more at this point. I'm not a big fan of Tentacool, but Tentacruel is just a great Pokemon. And Goldeen and Seeking are just kind of average water types. They're not particularly good in anything, but they're not bad across the board. Which means they could take on a lot of different roles for your team in a run like this, but they can't really be just awesome Pokemon at anything. Like, by the end of the game, you can get, like, Gyarados, strong physical attacker, Swampert, ground type, electric immunity. You can get good special attackers like Starmie. You can get Milotic for a special wall. You can just get all kinds of different Pokemon to fill roles. But something like a Goldeen and Seeking is just kind of, I hate to say it, but it's just kind of there as another water type. I mean, it was a really good Pokemon for me in Leaf Green, but it just doesn't have anything that makes it, like, stand out. But it can do a lot of different things decently, which means I can use it to fill roles that I might need. And I've actually never seen Goldeen's back sprite in this game because I don't think I've ever used a Goldeen in battle. I went straight to Seeking, but Goldeen's kind of new for me, so I guess we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much I'll be using it, plus it doesn't have a water attack yet. But we can pick up a Stardust here and a Pokeball. So, we can explore Granite Cave a bit in the next episode. This guy will give us Flash, but we can't actually use it until we take out the gym. So, it's kind of pick your poison. Do you want to deal with the gym without moves? Like, we don't have any flying type attacks besides Peck and it's on a level 6. Or do you want to navigate without Flash? So, it's up to you. I think I'll go for Granite Cave first because it's really not hard to navigate without Flash and we can get plenty of training in there. So, I think we'll be doing that in the next episode because like I said, it's probably too late in the episode to start either one of them. So next time on Pokemon Emerald, I'll probably train up Ariel a bit between episodes just to get her on pace with the rest of the team, but we'll be headed into Granite Cave up here to deliver the letter to Steven. So I will see you guys then.